Hey guys, how you doing? Today's episode is going to be on how to make pulled pork. Very easy, very simple, and it's for those people that are very busy. You throw all the ingredients into a crock pot, turn it on low, and walk away. You can actually even go to work on low. It's not going to burn. It's not going to do nothing like that. Easy way of making crock pot pulled pork. So stay tuned. I'll show you what goes in for the ingredients here in a minute. Okay guys, this is going to be all the ingredients that goes into the pulled pork. Starting off with a cube of chicken bouillon, chili powder, ground thyme, vegeta, parsley flakes, black ground pepper, fancy paprika, pure honey, if you have pure honey like that. It doesn't mean necessarily have to be that. Some virgin olive oil, vinegar, barbecue sauce of your choice. I use this stuff because it has no sugar in it. Worcester sauce and some honey mustard, guys. This is all the ingredients that have to go into the pulled pork that I'll be making today. Okay, the main ingredient, the pork that has to go in. I always buy 2 logs this size to put into a bigger size crock pot. So make sure when you open that up, wash your meat, obviously, and I'll show you what goes in next. First thing to start off, guys, is with half a clove of garlic and about a half a large onion and about a quarter of that other half for the bottom of the crock pot. Make sure this is all diced up nicely. I'll show you how it's going to look when I'm done. There you go, guys. The garlic is chopped up and same are the onions. This is what it looks like. So take these and put them into the crock pot, right on the bottom. This is the size of crock pot that I use, guys. It's a fairly large one, and it's got like a double tier of size inside here. Like, so you got in here, for example, you can put the pork tenderloin in, and then I put another one on top. But I put the onions and garlic in next. Just give me 1 second. There you go, guys. You have the onions and the garlics mixed up in the bottom of the crock pot. And what I do is I sprinkle a little bit of the dry ingredients in the bottom of the crock pot. So I'll show you that here in a minute. So I'm going to sprinkle in some thyme into the bottom of it. Just a little bit, because you're going to be adding it from the top as well. Okay, guys? Then I put a little bit of parsley in there. You could use fresh parsley as well if you have it. A little bit of parsley. Okay. And then a little bit of the chili powder in the bottom. A little bit of the vegeta. Okay. I like using the vegeta instead of using salt. It has the dehydrated vegetables in it, and it has a little bit of salt in it, so sort of acts like a double purpose kind of thing. And pepper. Okay. Now remember, just a little bit on the bottom, because you'll be coating the meat on the top as well. And a little bit of the sweet paprika in the bottom. Just like that, guys. And I'll show you what I got to do next. There you go, guys. I just added the meat in on top of the onions and garlic and all the spices. And now I'm going to add the spices on top, and I'll show you how I do that. And there's the spices on top of the meat. So you have the onions and the garlic down below with spicing, and then you put your meat in, and then you put your spices on top. Now I'll prepare all the liquid ingredients for putting into here. Okay guys, I just dropped in a chicken bouillon cube into boiling hot water. I'm going to let that do its thing and melt. You might want to whisk it here in a few minutes after it's thawed out some inside the hot water. So this is what the chicken bouillon is going to look like after you whisk it, guys. I let it cool down before I actually put it into the crock pot. You might want to use a bigger measuring cup. I'm using a 4-cup measuring cup. That's the size of it. And some little measuring cups to do the ingredients, guys. Okay guys, first thing I add in is my barbecue sauce. So you add in 2 cups of barbecue sauce into the ingredients. So it'll probably be almost a full jar, I'm thinking of, or a container of brand new one actually. So this is the whole entire jar going in. Just like burping a baby. Look at that. All right, and I'll show you what's next on the next ingredient. Okay guys, this is a 1/2 cup of honey. I put honey in because I can't have sugar, so I have natural sugar. So sometimes if you want to put in brown sugar, that is fine as well, guys. But I use honey. So half of a cup into the barbecue sauce. Mix that in. Okay, guys, I just stirred in and the honey. Now I'm whisking it in with the barbecue sauce, and I'll put in the next ingredient. And the next ingredient is you can use vegetable oil, but I use olive oil. So 2 tablespoons of vegetable or olive oil, whatever oil you prefer. So 1. And 2. Now you want to whisk that in nicely so that all the stuff blends in together. And I'll show you what the next ingredient goes in. The next ingredient that you have to add into this mix here is 1 cup of vinegar or apple cider vinegar, depending on what your preference is. I use regular vinegar. Some people prefer apple cider vinegar. So pour this into this and whisk it. So the next ingredient, guys, going in is 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. So you put 2 tablespoons. There's 1. And 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce, and you mix it in nice and thoroughly. Whisk it in with your whisk. And the final ingredient, I'll show you what that is. Final ingredient asks for yellow mustard, or I use the honey mustard. I prefer that just for flavor. So 2 tablespoons roughly of it. 1. And 2. And I'll just use up the rest of my mustard in here. There's not much left anyways. And again, whisk it, and I'll show you what you do next after. Okay guys, the next thing I do is I open the lid on the crock pot, and I get my chicken bouillon, and I just coat it over top of the meat like so the flavors get in there. All right, so you take that and you pour it in there, and you drizzle the other sauce in there like so. Make sure you get everything all out, all the goodies out of there. All right. You don't do nothing but cover it up, guys, like so, and turn it on low heat, and then walk away for, I would say, 4 to 6 hours, and then come and check on it. We'll see you shortly. Well, guys, let's check on this roasted pulled pork. Oh, that smells divine, guys. I think she's ready. Let me just do some shredding here and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, guys, now that I've pulled it out and I shredded the pork, I'm going to put it back into the crock pot and turn it on high for another about 2 hours. But keep an eye on it, and then we'll see what it comes out like in 2 hours time or less. Well, a couple hours have gone by, guys. We're going to check on this and see how it looks. Oh, she's boiling and the smell is just wonderful. Just wonderful, guys. Going to give her a little bit of a stir. Check on it. Oop, my camera's fogging up from the steam. See how that looks? It's nice and thick, and the pork is falling apart, literally. I would say that is done, guys. That is done. I will show you how I prepare it on my plate. There you have it, guys. I served it with Italian salad that I made from the other day, but I made another batch. And I usually do it in a wrap, so it's like that. It looks like so. As you can tell, the meat's in there nice, and pulled pork's in there nice, right? Let's give it a try. We'll see what it tastes like. The chef always has to taste his cooking, right? I think that's the rule of thumb. So we're gonna give her a try, guys. Here goes nothing. Well, I can honestly say I'm impressed. Try cooking this meal, guys. You won't be disappointed. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming out. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos just like this. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Bon appetit. Smacznego. Bye for now.